Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Friday, March 21st. We were having a conversation this morning. I don't think we're going to do Friday giveaways anymore.
Yeah, we're done. Oh, that's just a joke. We're giving away something awesome.
I was like, you didn't even do a giveaway last week. Jeannie was like, I don't even know.
I was tired. I was tired and like, I can't remember what happened, but no, we didn't do it. And I didn't even think about it. And, or maybe you guys reminded me and I was so overwhelmed.
And then last night, Jeannie was like, we need to look at comments on YouTube. And so I was looking at comments on YouTube and all the comments from last Friday were, what's the question? What's the giveaway? I'm here for the question.
Oh, my glasses are so bad.
I don't understand. Do you spend your off time licking your glasses?
I think it's from the dogs. And okay, so Asians, we do have flat faces. And so I have to have...
Today, here's your annual cultural lesson.
Asians have flat faces.
Here's your daily dose of unnecessary knowledge from A1 Vacuum and Sewing.
So, but I have to have the ones that have the like nose pieces because the other ones that are just like the plastic or the frames, that my eyelashes hit and then they make them all like greasy because you have like oils in your eyelashes. So,
I remember I used to look at your dad's glasses and be like, oh my God, how does this good glasses? Because you would clean them and then hand them back. And then like 2 seconds later, it looked like somebody had painted them with Crisco. Like, oh my God.
Patrick.
What that like? What?
Anyway.
His glasses were always so dirty.
So, like father, like daughter, I guess. But now he's the glass cleaner. So who has the last laugh? Okay, so anyways.
I didn't sign up for any of this.
Have you ever, well, I probably have at some point been like, will you clean my glasses? But do you see him aggressively take them from me and I'm not even asking? He wants to do this.
A lot of times she's like, I can't even see right now.
No,
but she doesn't clean her glasses.
No, I don't even say that. I don't even say it. You guys have watched the live feed for the past 4 or 5 years now, and he aggressively takes them from me to clean them.
Well, because I look at them and I'm like, how do you even see through those?
He wants to care for me. He sometimes aggressively wants to care for me. Sometimes when I don't even want him to do stuff, he aggressively cares for me. He was meant to be a caregiver. Right.
What were you meant to be?
I'm meant to be cared for. I've been meant to be cared for. I don't know if award of the state is a compliment. I don't think so.
I know I need adults.
Oh man. So okay, what are we?
So somebody returned this foot?
No, nobody returned this foot.
Want to bet?
Nobody returned this foot. God, stop. So yeah, so they touch and we have flat faces and big heads. That's why I frame myself like, look how little my head is.
Well,
And
but put your
Patrick
head
said,
right next to mine. Put your head right next to mine. Your head is still little. I don't get any of it.
Your head is huge. I didn't know. I never knew how huge
I don't
your head is.
it's proportionally appropriate, but I'm also like 1.5 feet taller than you.
He's a foot taller than me. He is not 1.5 feet taller than me. But
it feels like being 1.5 feet taller than you. I feel like I spend the whole day with you being like, uppy.
You're making me mad. I wish he would just carry me around like that. Would you be so weirded out if you came to the store and you'd never been here, and then I just went over to Patrick and he picked me up and carried me around like a toddler on his hip. I wish, like on the walks.
She's always like, that sounds like so much fun. And I'm like, that does not sound like fun with you.
What? What sounds
and
like
then,
fun?
like a big hike or something. You're like, that sounds so cool. And then you're like, no, it'll be great. You'll carry me.
I want to do all those things, like go out into the wilderness, but I want Patrick to carry everything. I want him to carry, well, he usually does. I carry like a little backpack, and Patrick has like.
And then I have
the tent,
everything.
the sleeping bags, the cookware, like all of that Patrick carries. That's because you're the hero.
She was so offended because I talked to my daughter about doing like the John Muir Trail. And then she's like, what if I want to do it? I'm like, you don't want to do the John Muir Trail.
He didn't even invite me.
You climb Mount Whitney as the first 20 miles of the John Muir Trail. A 20-mile hike from 7,000 to 14,800 something.
That sounds awful. But don't you want the ability to turn down the invitation? I don't like not even getting.
Well, no, the
invitation.
challenge is if I ask you to do it and you say yes, then I have to do that first 20 miles with like an extra 30 pounds worth of stuff.
But if you just, is it flat or is it straight up?
It's like that. The whole way to
I don't
Whitney,
do that.
and then
That's
it's down,
That's
and then
all
it's
you
back
have
up.
to explain. But you should invite me. Don't you guys like being invited? And then you can turn down the invitation, but not be invited. That's not cool. I want to be invited.
Because then what happens is if she does go, like even if she doesn't give me all the extra weight, at some point I'm like, give me all the extra weight. And like Violet says that all the time. Like Kai does that. Kai's like, give me your skis, give me your other stuff, just to get her to move faster.
Yeah, Violet's been telling me that. Okay, we don't want to walk slow. We're smaller. Our legs are shorter.
That's not how it works.
And so
That's not how it works. Do you know how many fast, short people there are? There are a lot of fast, short people.
I don't believe it. Okay, let's talk about something that matters. Do you have anything to talk about?
I have nothing to talk about.
We don't have to anything.
I'm like, after
about
the
that
last
matters.
2 weeks, my effort level is so high.
Okay, I do have something to talk to you about, because what we thought we would start doing with why did you just say that?
Well, it's true. I'm like, I've been exhausted for 2 weeks.
Don't say it
You've
anymore.
been exhausted for
Don't
2
say
weeks.
it.
You're
Don't-
so exhausted. I don't care for you.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. So, okay, what I wanted to ask is, we do have a question this week. I'm so sorry you just had to be here for all of that. Let me apologize right now.
Why? What are you apologizing for? This is real.
Yeah, but it's real nonsense.
This is not real nonsense.
Okay. So, I
This
wanted
is your wizard cloak. It's her coat of many colors. Her Technicolor jacket.
He thinks he's a comedian.
I can keep going.
He thinks he's a comedian. So, Michelle's, okay, let's talk about classes, because Michelle's getting ready to start her positioning class, which is going to be absolutely amazing. This is, it's multi-needle, right? Yeah, it's multi-needle. We're going to start doing more multi-needle stuff. Well, I can't say that because we're limited to how much we can do. But multi-needle is definitely on the agenda. As far as sergers, next month is going to be National Serger Month. So next month's going to be the month that you're going to want sergers, right? To buy them, because that's when the specials start.
What's funny is the...
Specials.
So I went and looked to see what the big specials were for next month, and that it wasn't all of the machines. But the reality is, if you're looking for a serger, next month's a good month to get it. With some partnerships, we are capable of basically helping you out and hooking you up. Baby lock sergers, and quite frankly, I think we're quite fond of the Airflow. Like the Airflow is a nice machine.
The brother one.
The Brother Airflow, and at $9.99, I think it's a real player. Because it's
I'm
a little
just
bit
a
more
baby lock
powerful,
girl.
and like the threaders are nicer.
The threader
The
is
threaders,
nice.
the threaders are nicer. So
It's a contender. I
so-
haven't done much on it, like
and-
so I
and
can't
so you know, next month would be National Serger Month. Like we can get those deals now. And
I did a video that was so Patrick did a video that's like, what's the right vacuum for you, right?
they love that video.
They love that video.
Because it's hard. Like it's hard when you're sitting down and looking at product
I
to
should do
figure
a
out
video.
what's right
What's
for
the
you.
right serger for you? Because that's like, right?
I don't know. Could you pull that off? Would it be as good as my? Just kidding.
It might not be.
Well, like because the reality is with a serger is what's the right serger for you comes down to, do you need 4 threads or 8 threads, and
Maybe we
if
should
you
do it
need
together.
cover hem, get the most expensive serger you can. And that sounds ridiculous to say, but the baby lock sergers are so aggressively priced right now. The reality is, if you want 8 threads and you have the ability to get the Triumph, and you can get the Triumph and not the Accolade, then you should get the Triumph. It's got more space, more power. Like everybody thinks it's faster, and what I always say about it is it's not faster. It's just so much more powerful. You can just run it full speed, and like it never sounds stressed. Where the Accomplish can do all that, the Accolade can do all that, but it works harder. It's got little legs. It's got little tiny legs that aren't as fast.
I'm
And then the same
Accolade.
is true.
This is the Triumph.
And then the same thing is true for the the 4-thread sergers. I mean, the reality is, if you're capable of getting the Acclaim, you should get the Acclaim,
Yes.
because the extra power, the better lighting, the things that make the Acclaim the top of the line 4-thread serger are worth having. And so it comes down
Auto-tension.
to, but that's the thing, right? Like the
Yeah.
Acclaim doesn't do, the Acclaim does a wave. So the Acclaim does do one thing that the Victory does not do, but like everything else, the Acclaim does, the Victory does. So what it really comes down to is price. And I hate to boil it down to that, but the reality is, if you can afford the Acclaim, you should get the Acclaim, period. Like there is no discussion. Like, it just is what it is. And if you can't, that's fine, because the Victory can do everything that the Acclaim does. It just works harder to do it. But the experience is going to be better on the Acclaim, just because it's got a better threader, it's got more throat space, it's got better lighting, etc. So I don't know if that video is really necessary, because that's what it really comes down to. It comes down to what you can afford. And let's be real, not all of this is about what you can afford. It's whether or not you can get it. And then, what you need. Like if you don't need cover hem, then go with 4-thread. Get the Acclaim if you can get it. If not, get, something between the Celebrate or the Airflow and the Acclaim. And then, for the 4 threads or 8 threads, if you can afford the Triumph, get the Triumph. And I mean, the Triumph's going to have a pretty aggressive deal. And the Triumph, the Triumph just a couple of years ago was an $8,000 machine. And they're selling the Triumphs right now for $5,000, for $49.99. So
All the sergers can be shipped, right?
all the sergers can be shipped.
Yeah, they can all be shipped. And if you get the serger through us and our
Well, it's
partner?
through a partner.
Yes.
We have a code through a partner, and they get
your
the
classes will be from
through
us,
us.
though. Yeah, your classes will be through us. And Triumph, da da da. Purpose other than making finished seamed edges. I mean, that's what they're most known for, right? Sergers, like finishing your seamed
Right, but
edges.
it's that like really strong stitch and like things like the way that you do your bench pillows and stuff like that. Like some of that stuff is made significantly easier and faster by the serger.
Oh yeah, like if I can do it on my serger, I'll go to my serger. Like if I can just finish off a zippy bag on the serger, I'm gonna just do it there first, cause one and done. So, but it does do other stuff, and you know, I would love to do more class. Someday, all I'm gonna do is just teach amazing classes. But yeah, we are gonna be doing that class. We're gonna be doing our pillow and finishing up our pillow on that. But you know, it's just when I got my first serger, I wanted to have my projects look as good on the inside as they did on the outside. I know that sounds silly, but I just wanted to have that professional look, and that was why I got my first serger. So
not necessarily like Jeannie uses her serger all the time and not in clothes making, but there are like I'm wearing the perfect shirt for like this shirt was assembled with a serger.
Yeah.
Like all of it. Like
this is what is this though?
That's a double cover hem.
That's a double cover hem.
And Baby Lock has that double cover hem now.
So, and I don't use my serger. Sometimes I'm on my serger all the time. Sometimes I'm not on my serger at all for like a couple months, and then you know it's an ebb and flow for me. But like my perfect sewing room wouldn't be complete without a serger. So anyhow, yes.
The cover stitch doesn't cut like a serge stitch. You're assembling with two pieces of fabric and you're cutting the edge as you're finishing it.
Do I have a...
Like this is a cover hem. This is a serged seam. Hang on.
It's far away.
I don't even know how to do that. I'm not
so
going to do it.
look on the inside of your t-shirt. Most of the time the seams, that's going to be serged, 4-thread overlock, 3-thread overlock. Look at the bottom of your t-shirt, and that's usually a cover hem where it's turned under, and then that's double row of stitching or that triple row of stitching is down there. So it's two different things. And I have a video that I did, and we can kind of maybe add that or maybe bump it up somehow so that you guys can see that. But I did a video. Did I do it last year or the year before, and just showing you the differences between different sergers? So, so that'll be National Serger Month, and we will be doing some serger projects next month. Oh, I totally forgot. Miss Lindsay is going to be doing a class, and I will put it up this weekend, but she is doing a serger class the last day of April, and it's going to be... I think it's like a little matching pajama set for your toddler or child. It's up to size 14, so I'm toddler size. I'm adult size, so it could be for you too.
Jeannie inherits all of Kai and Violet's old clothes.
I love it because they have some good stuff. I'm like, ooh,
they
you're
were
too
very
big for that.
Stylish.
That can be
young
mine
teens.
now. So, so look for that class to go up. Class. I will put that up. It might not happen until this weekend, but I will put that one up. It'll be for the end of next month. What else? I do have a question. We can just get on to that. I don't have too much to talk about. Next week is going to be... Ropal is happening on Tuesday. I was waiting for some more Ropal patterns. They should be here today. I will send out those codes to you so you'll have those for next Tuesday and then pop it in the mail. And I did put up that, I think...
Oh, Heather posted the serger demo that I made last year.
Hello, Miss Heather. Thank you. That is the serger demo. Good to see you, Secretary Mundy. So, I think what I'm going to start doing with the digital downloads is I'm going to start offering them as, because it's ridiculous the way that the shipping is. But it's our system. It just makes it that way. But
but shipping is like I've been shipping to the East Coast like Ground Advantage with like a little bit of insurance is like $8 to $9 now, and it used to be $6, $5 to $6.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So it's like there's been like a 25% increase in the cost of shipping, and it's all interconnected because there were partnerships between FedEx and UPS and the U.S. Postal Service, and when the U.S. Postal Service jacked their rates up, both FedEx and UPS canceled those contracts.
So with Kimberbell, it really is like nothing more than like a pamphlet. It's not like instructions or anything.
Could we just send a picture and forego shipping altogether?
So that's what we're talking about right now, Patrick. So it's just like a pamphlet. So I did change it on the rope bowl to make it so you can just order the, I'll just take a picture of the download code and send it to you. And then I'm just going to, and if you want the pamphlet, I'll just pop it in a manila envelope. It'll be like $2.
Or it can go out with your next order.
Yes. Or I can just hold it. We have a spot where it's like orders to go out, and I can just throw it, put it in that pile, and it can go out in your next order. And that way, like I did one, I think Carmen did it. And that way you're not paying any shipping. It's a digital download code, so I don't have to charge you tax on that. And it's, like I said, there's no shipping on that. With the Janine Babbage ones, because she's all digital download too, I will go on and change those to digital download. But hers has picture like instructions. So I think you kind of want those. But if you don't want it at all, I can do those as well for zero shipping. And then I can just, or we'll just make it those. I can send those for $2. So just say first class mail on those, and then I'll ship those out for $2. But what I've been doing too is just taking a picture and sending it to you right away, so you don't have to wait, because we all want it like yesterday. I want it yesterday.
I want it now. What's that song? Is that Queen?
I don't know.
Doesn't Queen have a song?
Can you picture Patrick used to love long hair metal stuff? What do you even call it?
I still like that.
What do you even call that?
Like hair bands? Like, is that what I was like? I mean, everybody liked that in the early 80s.
I didn't like that.
Oh, come on.
No, I never liked it.
You didn't like Round and Round?
No.
Really?
No.
Rock You Like a Hurricane?
No, I didn't like any of that.
I don't believe you. Billy Idol?
Nope.
You're lying.
No.
You're lying.
I did like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, so that's like the King hair band.
No, but I think of like Twisted Sister.
No, that's like Twisted Sister.
And who's David Lee Roth and...
Oh my God, Van Halen? You didn't like Jump?
Nope. I didn't like
you're
any
such
of those
a liar.
songs.
I don't believe you.
I liked like Styx. Like, I like soft rock.
She likes yacht rock.
I like soft rock.
She liked yacht rock. She was hanging out with the 40-year-old yuppies when she was 16.
That's so not true. No 40-year-old yuppie wanted to hang out with me, and I didn't want to hang out with them. I thought adults were like scary. So what are we saying?
Scorpions.
Nope. No scorpions for me.
Scorpions were the best.
You can, you can print it. You can print those instructions. So
Led Zeppelin, that's classic rock. Led Zeppelin's a different category.
I am
completely.
a classic rock, soft rock kind of girl. I was never
like Daryl Hall and Oates. No, that had nothing to do. That's yacht rock.
I love Hall and Oates.
We went and saw Hall and Oates before their big breakup.
What was that?
Like Foreigner soft rock?
Yeah, well, the soft rock songs that they have, I liked. Yeah, like Journey.
Journey, she loves Journey.
That was like my kind of thing, but I didn't like the girls. That was not my thing. Jump, that was not my thing. I don't know why you wouldn't believe that. So, okay, Metallica's kind of cool. So,
Metallica's heavy metal.
but-
That's not
But
hair bands.
we did see Daryl Hall. We saw Hall & Oates, and what I thought was really funny about it is it was like so like it started right on time, and then it ended right on
like
time.
everybody was like, I gotta be in bed by 10:30.
Yeah, it was like there was no. It just felt very. They're not even. Are they mad at each other? Didn't
They're
they
like
get in a
they're
fight?
like suing each other right now.
Yeah, it just didn't feel. It just felt like. What's the word I'm looking for?
Old?
What wait, what are you talking about?
Like that concert. It
Which
just,
one? Hall & Oates?
Yeah.
They did not rock out.
Yeah, it just.
It felt like they were able to basically keep it up until the concert ended, and then they had to stop.
I don't know what you mean. Okay, so yes, that is.
Pink, good. Pink Floyd. I've seen Pink Floyd a couple of times. We went and saw Roger Waters, and he rocked out.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. That's my thing. So but
Psychedelic rock.
the Sticks are gonna be here. I think.
Yeah,
and I
like
keep
you talk
thinking,
about a band that's gonna be tired.
I'll be.
Those
tired
guys have
too.
got to be like 70 or 80 years old right now.
What's wrong with that? There's 70 and 80-year-olds that have energy.
I mean, what's his
They're
name turned
all
80? What's his name? Like Roger Waters had just turned 80.
And he was awesome. So, okay, that was a concert where he rocked out. I did not feel like
Well, the concert,
they had a
the
bedtime.
stadium.
I felt like they had a bedtime they had
the
to get to.
stadium
Hall &
moved,
Oates.
so he didn't have to.
He was so good. And his voice, it sounded just
Well, and then
like...
later I heard that he was lip syncing.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, he sounds so amazing.
He was lip
And then later I heard the whole thing was lip synced.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Aw. You didn't have to tell me that. Don't tell me that next time. Yes, we are participating in the quilt show. We'll be in our usual spot all the way in the back.
she said it was moved a little, so we're gonna be in that back corner. But she's like, I know you like being back there.
We like being all the way in the back. You guys
Well, plus
like,
we have plenty of room to move around, and we're busy the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's like space around us, and like you guys make your way and do your thing, and then you come to us.
What do we have planned this year? We gonna have something super special, crazy? Last year was awesome because like half of you were wearing A-1 t-shirts.
We do need to. I have a special idea for our. What we like to do is we like to do it the last week and be super stressed and like it's not right, and then we're even more stressed. So how about we plan on something beforehand? Because I had that thing. So and then what do you mean? What do we have planned?
Well, we got to have a super special something where the ladies can enter a giveaway if they wear something
You
or
want to give
something.
away? What did we give away last year?
A sewing machine.
We gave away the PQ 1600.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. And didn't we do it? We did a giveaway for those of you that were from out of town. Because didn't Debbie Frizzell win that?
Yep.
Right. And then CJ.
Yep.
Yeah, so we did a special giveaway for our out-of-towners, and then we did a special giveaway for our locals,
Why is Debbie
too.
booing?
Who's booing us?
She's like, boo!
Don't make me fight you. No, I'm just kidding. Who were you getting booed? Where? I can't think about Chicago because everyone at school went to go see Chicago, and my parents didn't let me. And I didn't even get invited.
The truth comes out. The truth comes out.
I didn't even know how to get tickets back then because it was harder, right? Nobody invited me.
You like
And I
camped
wanted
out to get tickets. You
I
bought
wanted
them
to
in
go,
person.
and like all the, the worst one, they all went and saw U2. And everyone was going to go see U2, but not me.
When was this?
In high school.
I can't even imagine you not like just tagging along and inviting yourself.
I was always the one. I have lots of friends and friends that I've made from saying,
I want to go.
oh, that sounds like fun. Can I go? I'm like the queen of inviting myself. But I have so many you need to put yourself out there, because I have so many wonderful friendships with people that were mere acquaintances that I invited myself.
I want to hear their
tag
version
along.
of the story. Then this girl asked if
Yeah.
she could come, and we didn't know how to say no.
Maybe they didn't like it. Yeah, but we're friends today. We're friends, so they must have liked it. So, okay.
This is what she says with me. She's like, you're smiling, so you must like it.
I've had so many of you say you love my sweater, so I didn't need to show it to you. And yes,
Debbie doesn't even know why she said
yes,
boo.
it is Johnny Was, and it's beautiful. And no, I did not embroider it myself. So it's a brand called Johnny Was, and they do like just gorgeous, gorgeous clothing. So I did not embroider it. I didn't realize we can use last year's. Oh my. Stop it. Why I said that. That caked me. What does it mean
Called
to be caked?
her.
I want a connection. Give me your connection.
She's so good at getting concert tickets.
Who, me? I'm pretty good at getting concert tickets now.
We weren't gonna do this year's Quilt show because we were gonna go see Coldplay.
Oh, well, no, it's not that we weren't going to do the quilt.
No, but we
quilt show.
talked about it.
We got tickets to go. They're one of my bucket list people that I want to see in concert. Like, that's one of my things that I love to do. Is I don't even know if you love going as much as I do.
I tolerate a lot of it, but like it's fun.
Yeah, I love music and I love concerts and I love Broadway. So I love it all. I just love.
Broadway is where
He doesn't like
I'm
Broadway.
like, no.
So I love all of that. And we had tickets to Coldplay. And then who said to us, was it somebody here at the store? They go, isn't that when the quilt show is? And
We
looked.
just got tickets. Like literally. She's like, yes, I got 4 tickets.
We were
It's
taking
gonna
the
be
kids.
awesome.
We were taking the kids and somebody goes, isn't that the quilt show weekend? And sure enough. So we sold our tickets. We were very sad. I'll have to do it some other time. But, okay. How about we just do the gift? Today has been a day of nothingness. Thank you for joining us for a day of nothingness.
What we learned all about Miss Padley and I share
You and Miss Padley did.
a love for the Scorpions.
Oh, Jen likes the Scorpions too? Name one song the Scorpions sing.
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Oh, that's the Scorpions? Here I am. That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's
their
actually-
Sweet Child of Mine.
That's actually not a bad song.
They have so many good songs.
Do you remember what was that band that sang Beth?
Kiss.
Beth, I hear you, that song?
That's Kiss.
See, that's the kind of, I like the ballads.
That is
from
like the quintessential hair band.
From the hair bands. I like, wasn't Kiss on Fantasy Island or something?
Well, they were, yeah, but like Kiss was everywhere.
Do you guys remember watching Love Boat into Fantasy Island? Love Boat was on at like, was it on at 9 and then Fantasy Island was on at 10? And I remember there being a really...
Oh, it wasn't Styx that lip synced. It was Roger Waters. But he started singing, and I was like so blown away. I was like, oh my God, he sounds just like he did 25 years ago. And then later I heard...
Okay,
I was
you know
watching
what?
a show that was talking about all the lip synced concerts of the year, and I'm not gonna throw anybody
Don't
else
ruin
under the
it
bus.
for me, Patrick.
But it was like I was floored. I was like, whoa. But to a certain degree, like when we used to see shows 20 years ago, they weren't dancing and jumping around the way they are now.
The musicians or the people that
The
go?
musicians. Like you know.
None of them?
I mean, some of them rocked out. Like I saw Ozfest in like 90.
I love Ozzy.
Oh, Ozzy was awesome.
Okay.
Although I was like, he wasn't allowed to sing a lot of the original Black Sabbath songs, and I love Black Sabbath.
Crazy Train.
Well, that's Ozzy, but that's
is?
like, yeah.
Yes. All right. So yeah, but Roger Waters, he's a great lip syncer then. Like the best. There.
It was a very
about
political show.
You know who else sounds amazing in person and you're like, God, she sounds, and don't tell me she lip syncs because I'll just be heartbroken. Stevie Nicks.
Oh, Stevie Nicks is still a rock star too.
God, that voice. I love her. Okay, so next week on Tuesday is going to be Rope Bowls. That's the sew along. On the 26th, Michelle's going to be doing Quilting with Your Fills Part 1. That's going to be Avenir and Luminaire. And that's kind of a gateway class to Quilting with Your Fills Part 2, where she's going to go a little deeper. Some of you might never want to do that, but there are some of you who are like, I want to do more because you've done, and some of you did Quilting with Your Fills with me. So, and if you took that, then that's going to be the good gateway to Quilting with Your Fills too. There's a Luminaire and Solaris sewing class next week on the 27th. So if you purchased your machine from us, that is a complimentary class. You don't have to sign up. You can just call me and I'll just pop you in there. If you didn't get your machine from us, it's a great class. So you should go ahead and sign up for that class. And there is some prep work. You do need to, there's an unboxing video with the accessories and a settings video that we want you to watch beforehand so that we don't need to spend time on that. And you don't have to watch every second of it. You can fast forward, and there's kind of a list of stuff that we want you to do from those videos, like set up your multifunction foot control and go through all your settings beforehand. We're not doing that. And then Karen is going to be doing the hometown sew along. This is going to be month 3 of that, and she's going to be working on the tea house block and sashings block 17 and 18.
Look, the Scorpions are playing in Vegas August 14th and 16th, but we are going to be in Salt Lake seeing
Rufus du Sol with our kids. Yes, but I would go just because. You know why? I am not done with fun.
Depends upon the day.
Sometimes he was done with fun last week.
Well, I wasn't capable of fun last week.
He was sick last week.
The cord.
Will
So
you
just a
have, do you have your machine and one of the boys? Can you ask one of the boys to grab the cord for her? Yeah, so sorry about that.
Did you bring your machine with you?
No, I forgot.
They can find it. It's the round with the 3-prong. It's the singer.
Singer.
Yeah, I'll come help in just a second. And there is that Art Spira class. If you did not get into Michelle's 2 Art Spira classes, don't worry. I think we're going to be doing it once a month. And just jump in when you want to. It changes every month. Dana blew me away because she came in with 2 projects that she's working on. She's like, I did it all through Art Spira. And I just didn't even realize, because I haven't done Michelle's class yet. I'm remiss in my duties. But she has a friend that I think that she works with I don't know if she has a dance school or something up in Alaska with these girls. And so, and I don't know if it's girls and boys, but there's a dance school. She made them stickers and luggage tags. And she created everything through Art Spira. And I was like, what? So she had taken a picture of like the earth, sent to Art Spira, and then found a ballet dancer. But then she was able to change the colors of the design in the ballet dancer, maybe like her leotard or what, her skirt. And then there was writing all the way around the tag, and she was able, I think, to choose the font, choose the colors, put it all together in Art Spira. And then I think she did sublimation on the stickers and on the tags. And the whole thing was, I was just like blown away that you can just pull all these little bits and pieces and put it all together into a project like that. So it'd be worth it for you to do the Art Spira class. because just knowing like what is available. Then Michelle showed me this other thing that was on Artspira where it was like a new thing that had popped up, and she was able to put together these like 2 designs, and it gives you options where you're not creating it from scratch, but you're pulling bits and pieces, and it was just like so impressive. It was so impressive to see it in action, you know?
I forgot to post this morning. Artspira actually added a template section in the free section for the people that have sublimation printers, for cups, for coasters, for so where they can bring the template in. So when they bring their
Who doesn't love a template?
It's the exact right size.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a template? Because
was,
then
like,
you
so
just
excited.
plug in the stuff that you want to plug in to make it personalized for you. And then Michelle
right
said
size.
it's 4 sublimation different blanks.
For cups, tumblers, glass tumblers, everything. It was
Yeah,
pretty
which
impressive.
I think is
so
amazing.
Kim asks the dates on the quilt show. The quilt show runs from June 5th through June 7th. We gotta get to
Sandra!
work.
Sandra, you and I could have been there together. Oh my God, I'm mad.
Instead, we're going to be at the quilt show.
We'll just play Coldplay in the booth and we'll pretend. Patrick can lip sync. So, and then next week, will you help Miss Greeley find her
Yeah.
foot control? And I'll ask the question. So, and then the first week of, she didn't get back her foot control. We're finding one for her right now. So, and then the first week of April, where Michelle has another mastering your multi-needle mastery positioning on your 10 needle. And then there's quilting with your fills. That's going to be for Stellar, Altair, and Meridian. And I'm doing Hello Sunshine on the 3rd. Better go find all my stuff. And then, of course, we're going to do Wallflower. So, Wallflower April. And that design is cute. Here is your question of the day. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this for, I was just thinking about 2 weeks ago the question. Quilt Talk. So they did sleeves last week. And the next Quilt Talk they're going to be doing is going to be on... It's going to be on the 8th of April. And that episode is going to be over the do's and don'ts of quilt show entries. So if you've always wanted to enter something into a quilt show, and you just don't know like what will ding you, what won't ding you, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, that's going to be what they're going to be covering. So today's question is questions about quilt entry, I guess. What questions would you have? And if you're not somebody that is ever going to enter a quilt into a quilt show, just come up with something. Like what questions would you have if you were to enter something into the quilt show? Is this for the live feed?
No. It's for my class.
Okay.
We were supposed to do that.
Oh, got it. Okay, so what questions would you have about entering something into the quilt show? And like I said, if you're one of those people who's never gonna enter something, just come up with a question that you think might be interesting. And that is the question. And I did want to talk to you about thread. I'm going to be working with Christine. I'm realizing a lot of our thread isn't up on the website. So she and I are going to be putting a bunch of stuff up there. We carry a lot of the glide, not the whole glide line. We carry all of the confetti line and all of the 2D. And we had, like when we asked that question about thread, and a lot of you are on Aurifil, I just started thinking, you know what? We need to promote the confetti thread, and I'd encourage you to maybe try some. So I'm going to get all those colors up there. And what's so great, like I said, about the confetti thread is the price point and the quality. Because quality-wise, it is just as nice as the Aurifil, and it's going to be about 2/3 of the price. So we're going to get that up there. And like I said, we will get the glide up there. A lot of you are using glide thread, and the 2D thread, oof. That stuff is just so beautiful and fun to use. It's their cotton variegated thread. And I don't know about you guys, but variegated thread to me is like It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get until you start stitching it out. Because you can see it, but actually seeing it stitch out is like such a pleasure. So, that's the question, Heather. What question would you have about entering a quilt show? Heather, why do I struggle with the wording? You're so much... Heather, come back. We miss you. Yes, the question of the day is, what question would you have about entering a quilt into a quilt show? What would your question be? And it could be like just anything that you want to ask. And that's going to help us with the gals doing their quilt talk and kind of getting your questions answered when they do that that session. So, oh, what are we giving away? I'm going to make you wait a little bit longer, but we have something in mind that's fantastic, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you answer that question, not in the live feed. Some of you send me your answers because you say you don't know how to do it on the YouTube. You got to figure it out because I can't put your name in there. It doesn't go into it. So there's a comment section after this ends. You're going to put it into the comment section underneath today's live feed and figure out a way to get in there. Channel your inner winner. It's going to be a good one, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.